Well, hey everybody, it's Sandy and welcome back to my channel dedicated to helping you advocate for your own health one topic at a time. So I've got a product review for you guys today and it is by Readimask. It's their mask with eye protection. So just keep watching. Yeah, so first of all, let me do my quick thank you. Thank you and welcome. I'm so happy to see that my subscribership is growing. For those of you who don't already know, subscribership is my way forward with this channel because I don't load my channel up with all kinds of affiliate links. I don't want bias and I don't want to prey on people's fears or anything like that. I just want to be helpful. So my way forward is to grow the channel. So thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't already, I'll thank you in advance for considering subscribing, and please share the content with anybody who might find it helpful. Yeah, so a while back I did a review on Readimask's stick-on N95. I'm going to link that video here. Now, suffice it to say, I really like the product, and suffice it to say also that I don't think there is one mask or one respirator that's best for everything. I've kind of grown to see this as you need a wardrobe. Like there's not just one pair of shoes you wear for every single thing. Now, so much have I liked the Readimask that I actually did a follow-up video very soon after my first video because the first video got a lot of questions. It got some criticisms. Yeah, some of the criticisms were really about like, how does it look? Okay, so in short, don't care. But in my experience, anything that presents a unique way to solve like a particular problem, it's also going to have other trade-offs, and that might make it not so perfect for every given situation. So with the Readimask, I'm just going to pull out one of the regular ones without eye protection. This is a seal all the way around with a silicone adhesive. This is a NIOSH approved N95. It's the only one I'm aware of without a head strap. And of course, this presents issues like what about eating and drinking and having to reseal it? I did discuss that in an earlier video. It was in my follow-up video on Readimask. But, suffice it to say those things plus the cost might not mean that I'm grabbing this every single time I have to like run in somewhere for a quick errand. But boy, do I think this is a great option for like a particularly difficult situation, a dangerous kind of setting, like a high risk setting, or a setting where I'm going to be moving around a lot, right? Like have you had to, go to the chiropractor during pandemic? What about getting diagnostic work like mammograms or sonograms or something where you might have to be turning around or moving? You won't have to be adjusting your mask. This is a great option for those kinds of things. So enter the Readimask with eye protection. Basically, it is exactly what you'd think. This is a Readimask, but instead of sticking like right across here, this is going to stick up over the eyes and include the eyes, nose, and mouth in the inside of its seal. So I'm going to try this out for you today, guys, in just a second here. So let me just say that I was going to practice with this thing once, like before getting on camera, but I decided not to. So I decided that it might be more helpful for you and for me also to see the learning curve here. There is a little bit of a learning curve with these products. That's my experience. So unlike the plain old Readimasks that are just the nose and mouth, these come in 10 packs. They come in a small, a large, and actually they now have an extra large size. I saw they used to be $49.99 for a 10 pack. I think the last I checked they were $39.99, but remember we have a coupon code on Readimask's website. They were so kind and generous and they gave us 40% off. So the code is Sandy40. I'm going to put it here. I'm also going to link it down in the description box where I link the item. Again, that's not an affiliate link. There's no commission. I don't have any financial interest in these products. So where these come in the 10 pack, I think you can buy singles as well. It's just not as cost effective. Right now, I only see the eye protection ones in single packs. And they're $5.99 or $6.99 depending on the size. I also right at this moment only see them listed in the yellow. So what's the difference between the yellow Readimasks and the gray Readimasks? Well, the gray you'll see does have, I'm going to try to get a good shot of that. It has the NIOSH stamp. I'm hoping the camera will focus because I'm blocking my own view when I put it there, but it has a NIOSH stamp right here on it. So the yellow ones don't have the NIOSH stamp. Now they say they are the same exact medium, but the reason they don't have the NIOSH stamp is because maybe they've changed something. Anytime you make a change to your product that's NIOSH approved, you have to go get it approved again. So maybe they've changed the silicone a little bit or something other than the filtration medium. So for those, they offer them at a slightly lower price and in the yellow without the NIOSH seal. So the only thing I'm seeing right now listed for the ones with eye protection are the ones without the NIOSH seal. I don't know that it's going to stay that way. It's also become clear to me that anybody who sells PPE right now is really quite busy, including Readimask, I'm sure. So let's see if these come back in both the NIOSH and the non-NIOSH approval seal on them. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the Readimask, I really do recommend you go back and watch the original video I did. But in a nutshell, first of all, I found out that I was wearing this upside down. The writing actually goes upside down so that at the top are the curved corners, not the sharper corners. I don't know that it really matters that much either way because there's just an adhesive border all the way around this thing. But I guess, you know, having the corners softened here, not having it right up, coming up a little bit, you know, toward the eyes, probably a plus. So I'm sorry about that. I guess I've been wearing these wrong with the writing right side up. The writing goes upside down. Go figure. So the way that you put these on is you peel off this backing to reveal this silicone glue. Hold it right side up, meaning writing is upside down, and you would affix the top border, and then you affix the sides with your mouth open. You must open your mouth when you are putting on this mask. If you get it all sealed with your mouth closed, you won't have enough room to open your mouth to talk once it's sealed up. So you open your mouth, you seal down the sides until they meet here under the chin, and then you seal the excess together. So this, based on the instructional video on their website, which I also recommend you take a look at, this is the same thing, except I'm going to be starting up here. Now, one thing I will say is it is a little bit hard to grab on, to find a place to grab to peel it off. I think it's a lot easier if you do it over the mask part, the fabric part, and not up over the plastic. There's just a little more contrast, tactile contrast, I guess. Now, these are nice. They don't tend to fold over on themselves. You know, this is the kind of thing, like I was worried it would be like saran wrap. I found when I tried the original Readimask, it's not. It doesn't fold over on itself, and it's really pretty easy to work with. And if you mess up, you can still usually get a pretty good seal starting over. Now, I do have sunscreen on, but I put it on hours ago and let it dry down. I put a little powder on top of my face. So if you do daily use a moisturizer, that's going to be one of the trade-offs with this. At the times that you want to wear this, you're going to want to be really careful about that because you don't want your skin at all like greasy or wet or something that's going to impede the seal. So I'm going to put this right about here, press down. Now, I'm not going to be able to talk in a moment because I'm going to have my mouth open when I seal down the sides. Okay, so I'm going to open my mouth and do that now. Okay, got a seal there, and then fix this. Now, this is a large. Maybe I would do the small. You know, I think if you're on the fence, the safest thing to do is do the large with these because it just means you have extra fabric here. Like all this extra wouldn't be there if I got the small, but it certainly works. You know, it's not dangerous in any way. If you get the small and it's too small, you're not going to get the fit. You're not going to be able to cover the areas that need to be covered. So, you know, if you're on the fence, I would size up. Now, one thing you can do is push here and then turn this the opposite way and push here. Sometimes if there's ever any leak with these, it's right in this juncture where everything meets. The good thing about this particular product is you know exactly when there's a leak and you know exactly where it is because it feels like a little tiny cool mist of air wherever that is, and then you can just, you know, paste it down. I'm not feeling any leak with this. The one thing that I'm feeling that is really weird is I'm not used to having my eyes feel all the exhale. So that's going to be something to get used to because normally if you've got a seal, sorry, I think I just kicked my stand here. If you've got the seal going up, you know, above, like at the top of the nose, up on the cheekbones, your eyes aren't getting all that exhale. Now, what it says to do is if you wear glasses, it says that this is designed to be able to put glasses over. So. And I know you can't tell anything from this other than you're going to have to believe what I'm telling you, but I'm a little bit shocked at how well I can see because I thought this is going to sort of wrinkle, you know, this clear part. It's not sitting completely straight depending on how I move. You can even hear it crinkling. Now, these aren't prescription glasses, of course, but there is no distortion in my glasses. That's crazy. Wow. That's pretty impressive, guys. So do I see myself wearing this? I think for a super high risk kind of setting, yeah, where I don't want to have to deal with the safety goggles on and off. You know, again, there are places for all these different things. Yeah, I have definitely found a place in my mask wardrobe for Readimask. I think I probably will use this one as well. I'm kind of wondering, like, if I get to the point where I want to do air travel. I'm supposed to in March, but if you didn't have to take everything off for the TSA, I guess that would be a different story. It's not really the plane that I'm worried about, but it's airports and things like that. But as Omicron subsides, start getting out and doing more things in a dangerous setting, just like I've been wearing the Readimask up until now, I might find that something like this, maybe, where you have to turn around a lot, like I said, certain kinds of medical procedures where, maybe the safety glasses would be disrupted, something like that. Well, this solves that problem. So as far as taking these off, same thing with the regular Readimask. You're supposed to be able to just pull from here and rip it up high. I cannot do that. I'll just warn you that if you have sensitive skin, I've been using Retin-A for like, I don't know, 20 something years now. So my skin is just, if I do that, it'll be raw and I'll have little like red capillaries that are there for a long time. So I sort of peel it. Actually, this is better than the regular Readimask because, let me just tell you why. The real sensitive area on me is right here. And this is not touching that, right? Here's the border for this mask. It's not right here. So I don't get that redness. That's another thing in the plus column here, another really good reason to use this. Obviously, it's at its price point, so even with our 40% discount, let's say you're going to choose the smaller one, so I think that's like $6. At 40% off, you're paying about $3.60 for that. That's per item, as opposed to a 10-pack where you're going to be paying under $3 an item, so $2 and something cents. I mean, either way, it's a really good deal because 40% off is a really nice offer. But the fact that these are only in single packs, I think it's good and bad. This is not something you're going to want to wear all the time. This is something that you're going to be wanting to use for the times when you need this special feature. So maybe you don't want to get a 10-pack, but at the same time, it doesn't allow for you to be as cost effective in terms of buying these in bulk. I'm hoping that maybe they will have 10 packs at some point. Maybe they're seeing what the response is like. For right now, I only see these as a single on their website. People at Readimask were kind enough to send me 2 of these, and they're both the same size, and I believe this one's the large. So if I were to order this, I think I would probably go with the small and try it. But if you're on the fence, don't do that, okay? The small is really for people who are very small, and there's really no issues with getting the large. Somebody asked me if you could cut off that extra. I'm just going to put this on here just to not bothering with a good seal. Somebody asked me if you can just like cut off this extra. Well, the answer is no, because your adhesive is down here along the border. So you definitely don't want to do anything where you're getting rid of adhesive, because that's what creates your seal. All right, and just to give you a sense of the size difference, so this is the large. Like I said, it's the same. This part is the same as a regular Readimask without the eye protection. This one is the small one. And on me, you can see the small one will leave a lot less extra fabric. See that? So if that helps any, I actually have kind of a long face, but my face is narrow in this direction. Okay, I know the question is going to come up about what about wearing these again? And I did discuss that briefly in my follow-up video on the original Readimask review that I did. But I think it bears some mentioning here. So you can reaffix this piece. Now, technically, this is a one-time use disposable. That's part of the NIOSH approval. So if you're a NIOSH approved N95, it's a one-time disposable. That's it. That's the official answer, end of story. Now, I did speak with the company's founder about the original mask, and what he had said is that during the time when PPE was scarce and people who wanted to manufacture these things couldn't get their hands on polypropylene fast enough, he said that they actually reused them themselves in the office. And since they had the equipment they needed to test, they did test, and they said it was about 10 wears that they got out of it. I'm not willing to go there myself. I mean, I think that probably varies a lot from individual to individual. I will say that the one really good thing about this is, like I said, you'll know exactly if there's a leak and where. It's just the nature of that silicone seal makes it so that you feel any leak acutely and you know. So I do think it's pretty easy to test that yourself. So the thing is, what I've noticed is after a few times, I can push down a leak, but then it'll kind of pop back up. So I think I'm getting like 3 I don't think I've gotten more than 3 wears out of these. And probably that partly depends on whatever your skincare regimen is, what products you might have on your face. There's all kinds of variables there. I would say it's very important to get this back down on it perfectly so that the adhesive is covered. If you don't feel like you can get this on exactly perfectly, again, you could probably get a piece of wax paper or something like that, a large, cut out part of a large Ziploc or something plasticky that's going to stick on it and not leave any exposed pieces of that silicone adhesive. So that's my answer. I seem to get, a couple of wears out of it. I think if I were going to be wearing this in a very high risk situation, I don't think I'd want to really bother with that, concern. So I'll take a new one out. And once again, I just want to thank John, the founder over at Readimask, for giving me an opportunity to try this and review it. Well done again, as usual. I just really love your products. I think your product is ingenious. I think it has a unique niche that nothing else can really solve. And for that reason, it has a spot in my mask wardrobe forever. And I want to thank you guys for watching and let me know if this was helpful. And until next time, be well. Bye-bye.